And on top of that, Freya, we've also got, one of the worst attacks on free speech in the Western world underway with our e-safety commissioner and her attacks on America and the way that we are basically at odds with America on every single thing. We have the real crime, if you like, here is that the Liberal Party, the opposition, should be now going, we need to be close to America. We have all the ties with Donald Trump. Peter Dutton was over there, the first person to go and sit in the White House when Donald Trump was elected, except you weren't, were you? You were so stupid, Liberal Party, so moronic, so utterly bereft of any ability to look into the future that you spent the election campaign dismissing our closest relationship with Trump. You could have used it, you could have had it, it was there for the taking, and you morons actually pushed it away, and now you got nothing. Freya, am I being too tough on the Liberal Party?
Well, I mean, I would say so. But definitely there are elements of truth in what you're saying. The media in Australia also has Trump derangement syndrome. The way the ABC covers Trump. If you're just an average Aussie, chances are the only messaging you're hearing about Trump is negative, 100%. Hysterical commentary from the left. And so I think definitely in the lead up to the election, that influenced the Liberal Party's thinking.
Yeah,
they were scared.
That's just cowardice, because the same messaging, the same Trump derangement syndrome exists in the UK when it comes to any reporting on US politics. And yet you got Nigel Farage not kowtowing to that. He's saying he's copying policies straight from the Trump playbook. He's not shying away with the alliance with Donald Trump. And he's winning.
And you've got Keir Starmer, a hardcore lefty in the same elbow mould who's
like
worked
Donald
out how to... And he's straight off to Trump.
It's not necessarily about Trump or not. It's about standing on strength and actually having leadership.
But that is what we are lacking in this country, because our conservatives, our so-called conservatives, look at the media coverage, look at what the focus groups are doing, and they don't try to counter it. They don't say, well, obviously, we need to explain our position. We need to articulate these policies and why we believe in them, like they did with The Voice. They just go, this is too hard. We don't want a backlash. We're going to be Labor light. And every time a Conservative government, or opposition, I should say, is Labor light, they lose.
They lose. Yeah.
And I don't know why they keep going back to a losing strategy. Look at Victoria if you want to see what happens when you go down that road. You have absolutely nothing to take to the electorate, even when the government is a broken, backward, hard left, mess. They will still win because people will vote for a party that believes in something. Yeah. And the Liberals at the moment, it's hard to understand what they actually believe in.
Well, I want to raise the question. We'll be talking to Billboard Chris shortly, who won a massive victory this week against the E-Safety Commissioner, Freya. And this was simply on the grounds that the E-Safety Commissioner tried to block Billboard Chris from his legitimate points of view about Australia's transgender representative going to the World Health Organization and the fitness or otherwise of that individual. Billboard Chris won that. So Australia is losing. The Liberal Party had the opportunity to oppose that, but they didn't. They went hard in and said, oh, yeah, we support this e-safety. In fact, they came up with the idea of the e-safety commissioner.
And they still stand with it to this day.
What's going to happen? Where is the opposition? Where's the fight? Well, I want to see... We're already 2 months into this ghastly government, and I haven't seen Susan Lee lay one finger on the government. That's not good enough for me.
Yeah, well, the E-Safety Commissioner, originally the intention was to take down things like child pornography, exploitation material.
No one disagrees with that.
That we can all get behind.
But they're not doing that.
But that's the problem, right? With bureaucracies, you start by giving them one mandate and then things creep.
Well, I don't know.
Don't blame the bureaucrats, blame the politicians.
When you appoint a hard left activist from America whose political activism has been very evident and clear if you just care to look, when you appoint someone like that to the role, then you're shocked that the direction of the whole E-Safety Commissioner's office goes somewhere you weren't expecting. But to this day, they have not stood against her. So I'm sorry, the Liberals don't get a pass here, because even if they were misguided in coming up with this concept and appointing her, She's given them plenty of reasons to say she's not fit for that role, and they refuse to do that.
And especially with the Bishop Murray stabbing, we remember that there was a takedown order for the entire globe.
For the world.
It's
Another
just
case
ridiculous.
she lost.
Exactly.
And how
Another one
much
she lost.
taxpayer money are we spending defending
well,
these
we talked
cases?
to Billboard, Chris, about that, but also just very quickly before we go to a break, just want to mention that the Cricket Australia again have shown that they are traitors to Australia, in my opinion. I would, if I were a cricket fan, which I'm not, I would not be going. I would not. Rita laughs because my sporting prowess is of some humour to Rita. Cricket's the one with the bat and the ball, is it, or is that the?
They run between them.
Seriously, they're not going to play games on Australia Day. This isn't out of respect for Australia Day. This is because it's Invasion Day. We're going to upset people. Cowards, aren't they, Freya?
Complete cowards, anti-Australian, and people are sick of this. We're sick of the cultural self-loathing. When will these organisations understand we actually love our country, want to stand tall and be proud?